sec. Okay, thanks for joining us for our first Monday Zoom, the first one of the year. Congratulations. We all made it to 2022, and that is something to celebrate. So I'm glad you guys are all here. Thanks for taking the time out. If you're watching the recording, good for you. Thanks for taking the time to put the energy and just the time into your business to watch and learn some new things. So we do have a lot to talk about, but I have a little question. I'm not going to put us on mute, and we're not going to put this in the chat. I just hope that you'll speak up and just share your answer. We'll kind of go around. Tell us what kind of a planner you are. This is just our just little warm up here. Are you a paper planner? Are you you have the original calendar app that comes with your iPhone? Do you have like a special cool like family calendar thing? Do you just have it all up in here? Do you just go by the seat of your pants? Should I call names or should we just shout it out?
I'll start.
Okay.
I'm a big time paper planner. I'm actually like working on mine right now, like setting up like a vision board, like goals and such. But yeah, I like hardcore paper planner. But
you do the stickers and the pens and everything.
Yeah, and I have like a big, huge. I can't take that off. I have a big 24 by 36 big monthly planner or calendar behind me that's got like the month at a glance that I can. That's like a whiteboard behind me or in front of me that I can see as well. Oh yeah, I'm like an organized freak.
Who else is like a big paper planner? A lot of you.
I also do like on my phone too, so.
I always did paper until 2021, and I converted to just the regular calendar on my phone. 2022, we're going back to both because I can't check those items off, and so I don't feel like I need to see that little check mark. So we're doing
I am a paper and I'm a phone planner also.
I'm only doing my business on paper. My family calendar I share with all my kids. So
What do you have an app that you use that you share the whole thing? No,
we just share it all off our iPhone, the regular calendar that came with it, and we just have a calendar. So like I have one that just my big kids can see, and then I have one that my kids, Avery and my big kids can see. And then me and my mom have one because that's where I put her doctor's appointments so she doesn't forget them.
That's good.
So
I'm starting to get to do that.
That's awesome. I like that.
She doesn't put them in a calendar, so then she forgets it. So if I put it in for her and I set the reminder, it goes to her phone and it just works better.
Is there anybody that only uses electronic and no paper? Just me?
No, Rebecca.
Oh, okay. And Sarah down there too. Okay. I have to just have this with me. I don't want to carry around a big bulky planner. And so just everything, all the dates are in a calendar. It's my Google Calendar. And I just started using the Google app. It was easier, the Google Calendar. But I have a separate to-do list app that really like organizes everything for me. So I do get to check off stuff there. But I also write them down on paper too. So, all right. Anybody have anything different?
I also set alarm clocks and label my alarms. So if I have to go meet somebody in town, I'll label the alarm, meet so and so. Yeah.
We have so many things that we can do electronically like that as far as reminders go. Sarah said, what app? The app I use for list making is called Things 3. Things, the number 3. I like it. Okay, so now I'm going to mute everybody just so we don't have background noise. You don't have to worry about dogs, cats, I don't know, kids running in. But if you need to say something, let us know and we can let you say something. So we have met your leaders and we've all discussed kind of the things we want to talk about, and we do have a lot to cover, but it seems like that's always the case now. So anyway, we're going to jump right into it. So first of all, just wanted to share some ideas for sales for this month. There's a lot going on, like as far as planning for the year, planning for the future with transition and stuff, but let's just start with January and the things that we can be doing. And Chris, I have you going first. Oh, you're muted. And I got to kick my dog out of the room.
I gotta kick my kid out of the room, but good night, love you, good night, bye. So the first thing that I did it last year and I did it again this year. I sent out, I don't feel like I ever have time to send out Christmas cards to my customers, just because life's crazy during Christmas. First off, our business is crazy, but then our home life is crazy too. So last year I did New Year's card and I wished them a happy 2021. And then I had kind of put in there that hopefully it was better than 2020 because we all know that was a rough year. So I did that again this year. Last year I got quite a bit of feedback. I mean, I got a couple people that would call and be like, hey, I just got your card. I need to order this. So I didn't really do it for the sales. I just wanted to tell them thank you. Thank you for being a customer. Thank you for being loyal. Thank you for sticking with me through 2020 and 2021, you know. So that's the first thing I did. And I definitely recommend it. I mean, I send out a lot of them because anybody that's ordered from me in 2020 got the card in 2021. This year, I pretty much did the same thing unless it was just random and then I never heard back from them. I haven't decided because I still got a few left to go. So, and then top customer gift. This one was a new one for me this year. I kind of went through and I kept tallying on kind of who ordered. I didn't really do volume as much as I did who was more regular, who ordered more often. And then the 2 weeks before Christmas, because I was gone the week before Christmas, I actually ordered directly off my website and sent them a gift. And I ended up doing a swivel with a pod. And then I followed up with them and let them know that that was just a thank you for being one of my favorite top customers. And I just wanted them to have a special Christmas gift. So I wish I would have mailed it directly. And I think next year I probably will, but I was gone that week. So that was something I kind of wanted to do this year, was to let somebody know, you know, thank you. This is for you. You're not buying it. It's a gift. Merry Christmas. So I did that this year. Top fan. I have not finished this one. I was trying to go through all of my Scentsy posts on both my business page and my personal page, my Instagram page, and do like whoever had the most, whoever liked my comment or commented the most, either one. And I'm going to send them out something for being my top fan. So that was something I just thought maybe it would be fun. Maybe they would want to start liking more, commenting more, just, I don't know, something. So those are the 3 things I did this year to get us started.
I love it. Thank you. I just wrote that down because I didn't have that on my to-do list yet. And I love some of those. I really do. Okay. So the next thing was, this is one thing that Jen Knepp, she's usually on, but she had something going on tonight. This is one thing she mentioned, and we just decided like, this is a great thing to bring up, because as we're switching, I know like, when it comes to social media and the things, the way that we're marketing to our customers, a lot of people just like love to be in their homes and be cozy. And so over the last few months, we've been, you know, you get your like harvesty type stuff and you're posting pictures of how you're using it in your home and what scents you're using, and you're showing your decor and things like that. And then like when we get our holiday stuff, you know, we're showing off like, look at this cute warmer I put in my office, and here's this, and here's how I'm using this hand cream, and everybody's kind of cozying up. Well, now that it's January, are you guys kind of feeling like, and if you celebrate Christmas through January 6th, it is okay. Merry Christmas. But I don't. My Christmas tree is put away. My house is like back to like nice and like just the original OG decorations. So I don't have any like extra knickknacks out right now, and it feels good. So if you're like that, we have customers who are like that too. And so they're all getting their houses organized. They're purging. Everybody's kind of like getting rid of stuff. We're wanting to be nice and clean. And so we just talked about how right now is a great time to be talking about like fresh scents. You know, we're gonna, maybe some people are done with those holiday cinnamons and, you know, peppermints and stuff. Maybe well, I guess peppermint could go on into the rest of the winter, but people are wanting fresh scents. They're wanting to be organized. Things are clean and they're wanting to go fresh into the new year. So that might be an idea if you're looking for something like, I don't know what to say this month. I mean, we have plenty of things to talk about as far as marketing goes, but if you're just wanting to share and demonstrate how you're using your Scentsy as a marketing strategy, then that is one of the things that we wanted to suggest to you guys. So next, it is transition month. It is also Bring Back My Bar month. Do you guys have a favorite Bring Back My Bar? Put it in the comments if you have a favorite scent. I don't think that I had that officially, so I'm going to go ahead and mention it is Bring Back My Bar month, and there are some good ones, and there are some that you can only smell if you have Scentsy Club. So if you've got customers, now's a great time. I mean, now's a great time. Of course, now's a good time to be telling them about Bring Back My Bar in general, but really be pushing Scentsy Club. They can only get those extra 10 through Scentsy Club. But in addition, if they don't want to have to stock up, like let's say you love pink haze, if they don't want to buy 30 bars of pink haze, they can get a few right now, start a Scentsy Club subscription, and it's gonna send out to them every month, every other month, or every 3 months. They're going to get 10% off their order. If it's over, isn't it over $60? They get they get a half price item included with that club order, whatever consistency they have their club order going. So have them add some things to club. In addition, it is transition month. That means that we are transitioning to our new spring and summer catalog, which will start February 1st, which means that this month, there are scents that are discontinuing and we don't know if they will be coming back. Guys, I am shook because Sugar Cookie, Perfectly Pomegranate, you guys who have been around, are there more? Those of you who have been around for a long time know, like, those have been with us since 2008 when I started, and they never go away. And I am just, now I feel like I don't know what's happening anymore. I know I'm being dramatic, but legit, I went into my Scentsy Club today. I added Christmas Cottage. I added Spiced Ember Glow. I added Pumpkin Roll, like the ones that I could not live without if they decide to do something ridiculous and not bring them back next year. I just went ahead and added to my club one of each of those bars every quarter, just in case. But anyway, make sure your customers have that discontinuing scents list. It's in lots of the flyers groups. I don't know if there's one on the workstation that's specifically for the scents, but there's a bunch in the flyers groups. There probably is one on your team Facebook page. And if you don't have one, send me a message, send me an email, or a Facebook message, and I can send you one. But look for your teams first, or ask your sponsor first. But if you can't find one, I can help you. Honey pear cider. Yeah, I mean, like, you just never know what's gonna happen. I might have a honey pear cider, Sarah, if you need it. I just saw it yesterday, I think. So yeah, it's like, it's heart-wrenching. Make sure they know, and that way it's out of your hands. They cannot say, your customers cannot come back and say, what happened to this? You let them know what is discontinuing now, and that's a service that you're providing. So that is a 100% excellent reason to contact your customers this month, whether that is through a mass email that you're sending out or personally reaching out to each of them. I can't remember if that's something that we're going to be talking about. I don't think we said that, but I would say personally reaching out to them, looking through that discontinued list. You guys know on the workstation, you can pull up, you can go back and look and see what customers have bought certain scents. So look through the discontinued list, plug those scents in and see, oh my gosh, yeah, Sammy, she orders this like every other month or whatever. Like, I definitely have to let her know. So you don't have to know off the top of your head. Scentsy has a record in your workstation for you. So make sure you guys do that too. Am I missing anything before I talk about what we need to be ordering for transition? Kaylin, I see you.
Amy,
Yeah.
Amy, isn't there also a list where they can go on and see what their customers voted on for Bring Back My Bar? I think there is.
Yes, I think so.
And that's important to get a hold of those customers and let them know that they're back for 1 month.
Yeah.
And also just to kind of bounce off of what Amy said, go ahead and put those favorites into your Scentsy Club and have your customers do that, because if they do come back in the fall and winter, you can take them out of your club then, and then they can buy them as they need them through the fall and winter catalog.
I'm going to screen share real quick. Hopefully I do it right. You don't see all kinds of crazy stuff. Okay, so when you're on your workstation here, you go to reporting and then go to view sales reports. And then in here, there's one that's like promotions leads, promotions follow-up. And so you can see that's everybody who had voted for different things. Bring back my bar leads, bring back my bar purchase history. So the bring back my bar purchase history is anyone who's ever ordered these scents that are back. So blueberry rush, blue raspberry ice, banana berry, like all these scents that are here on this list, you can pull up this and it's going to show you who has purchased those and when. Isn't that amazing? Isn't that amazing? Like that's a really great tool that we have. And then there's the bring back my bar leads. Let's see. Might take a minute, but you can see, oh, there's where they voted for which ones. She really is devastated. If you guys have any, just kidding. But that's it. So that's that one. Anything else? There are other things besides the scents being discontinued. And I think that last one said like discontinuing products. So there may be other things that are discontinuing, like laundry stuff. I mean, laundry stuff, cleaning stuff, that stuff cannot be added. It's just bring back my bar that people can keep getting. So now if there's a laundry scent, you guys know we get attached. So now's the time to be stocking up, and it's 10% off. So there's that. Okay. So really quickly, let's talk about transition and what you need to be doing as far as getting prepared for February 1st. There's a lot of different things that you can choose to purchase as marketing and business supplies. So I just wanted to go through a few of them with you. And I do want to show you this. This is a new one. Let me see if I can screen share again. So this is a new one and I had it pulled up. My bar is up here and it's hard to see. Oh, it signed me out. No. Okay. Well, I had it pulled up. There is a new thing that we can get this season where they have put it's not under that. They've put all the business tools together and made like a little set. So if you don't want to have to go through and like decide all the little things that you want to order, you can get this transition business tools kit. I'll tell you what's in it and then I'll tell you like how the price is made up. So $63 US, and it's got a 25 pack of catalogs, a 50 pack of product lists, new release sticker pack, which is all of this new releases, a transition tester set, and a product training guide. Seriously, this is everything I would really recommend. I think this is the minimum. Like this is a great start, really. But here's the thing. I think someone did the math and it's about the same price as if you purchase them all separately. It's just a fast way to do it. But I am recommending all those things. If you don't know, this is a product list and you get one of these. It's like a 50 pack, right? Is this one? And whenever you purchase that separately, you actually get 3 of these little 50 whatever. They're like stuck together kind of. But it's got all of the warmers, all the products are on here. If you guys haven't done this, it's so small. On the back, there's a list of the scents and they're just kind of by category. I put these in my fundraisers and they're kind of nice to have too, like at a fair or a show. I'll stick my label on them and I'll kind of tri-fold it like this. And then I'll stick a sample on it. And that's kind of what I hand out when I do small shows. But that's what I use those for. And then the stickers, you guys know, if you're not sure, you get a set of all of the different new release stickers and you can buy those separately. It's $30, I think, just for the stickers. Isn't that right? Separately? Let me see. New releases sticker pack. I think that's right. It doesn't seem like that price is right, but somebody can correct me if I'm wrong. I wanted to show you the product training guide that comes in this. This is really cool. I recommend, this is only $2. I recommend that everybody get one of these every season and read through it. There are tips, ideas, like sales tips for you. They really talk about like how many ounces are in what thing, and there's all kinds of stuff. So I recommend these. These are great. It's only $2. Another thing that I forgot to add to my order the other day was the binder insert. This is something I've never done before, but instead of having like catalogs that I flip through and I get, the pages all bent up and stuff, and then I want to give
Hey,
it.
Amy, you're still screen sharing, so you're really small.
Oh, fine. Okay. So instead of doing like a catalog that gets all bent up, what I've been doing, what I did last time, did you get this little catalog insert? It was $11 and it's like heavy duty. You could not tell that I have flipped through this so many times, but this is the catalog insert. It's the catalog and it fits a mini binder, and it's just like really nice paper. So it even has the flip out pages from the back. And then I just have like a little mini folder that I keep in here where I had like my different extra brochures that we had. There's my other product training guide. So that's that.
For those of you who do fairs and shows, the mini binder and the catalog insert are perfect, because every time I do a fair and show, if I leave a catalog on the table, it walks off. Those will stay there, promise you.
I like to just have it as on my desk as like my desk copy, and it's just really nice to just have.
That's what I've been doing, just having it around. And
Sticky notes don't ruin it.
Yeah, it's in such good shape after all last season, flipping through it over and over again. So the other thing that Scentsy's offering is there are new season sales kits, and they go by category. So there's a scent one and it is $60 and you get 1 bar of each of the new scents. You do get PRV from it. Whereas other business supplies like catalogs, stickers, all these other things, there's 0 PRV. It's a business supply. These items can be added and you are getting paid off of them. And it's kind of a special bonus thing that we as consultants can do. And we're getting the product early, basically. So there's one for scent, there's one for laundry, there's one for clean and body. And then there's one for home, which is going to be, I think, just warmers, or I don't know if there's anything else in it, but it's not available yet. And they just said, be watching the news tab. I haven't heard when it will be released or what's in it. But yeah, so at the minimum, get yourself some catalogs, get a product training guide. You guys, these stickers are so wonderful. I highly recommend those. And then the transition testers. And what you'll do is, if you're new, what you'll do is you'll take your full set of testers that you got last fall, and you will go through the new catalog and you will pull out the scents, or you can go ahead of time and pull out the ones that are being discontinued. What I do is I pull out the new catalog and I say, okay, here's my bakery scents. And which one of these do I not need? And then which ones am I bringing in? And I have like a little, I keep them separate, kind of in little bags in my big container. You can do it however you want. Another thing is, like I have a full set, but I also go ahead and I get a couple of sets of just the transition testers, because I have some customers, and I know you guys are probably like this, where they've been around for a while. They just want to smell the spring and summer stuff. They just want to smell what's new. So sometimes I'll just drop those off for them to smell, and, do little basket parties with just those. And it's fairly inexpensive at $17.60 right now for just the new scents and the returning spring and summer scents. Do you guys have any questions about those things?
You said the transition testers, we get PRV from that?
Sorry, no, not the testers. Sorry, just those sales kits. There was like a clean, a laundry. There will be a home one.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry.
No, you're fine.
That was
Thank
a good
you.
question.
My tip with buying an extra set of transition testers, though, if you want to warm every scent, but you don't want to commit to buying a bar of every scent, buy the transition set, dump the cube upside down and warm it. And then that way you can say that you've experienced every scent and you are not out a whole lot of money. Because as we all know, sometimes the scent smells a little bit different warmed than it does cooled in the tester.
Okay. Okay, so next we're gonna talk about moving into the new year as far as like goal setting goes and plans. Wait, first, does anybody have anything else about transition or about January? Any questions even?
If you order transition stuff, make an account called business supplies. It'll help with your taxes going forward.
I was going to say that, yes.
Your transition supplies are 10% off this month. And I highly recommend that you order them now, not later, so that you're prepared, because part of that's kind of what we're talking about in this meeting is being prepared for the new season, being organized, prepared. And I'm going to say this, and you guys can get mad at me if you want, but it won't be the first time. It is not your sponsor's responsibility to supply you with catalogs. You need to order your supplies.
There's also by the way, I agree. The catalog is also online. It was hard to find. If you guys have not found it yet on Workstation, if you search catalog 2022, go in and on like the type, I selected PDF, where it's like, do you want a JPEG or whatever? There's one that's PDF and it pulled up right away. What I did from there is I downloaded it to my computer and then I upload it to a Google Drive. So I always have it now. And I can share it with my customers, like with my link tree and stuff moving forward. Okay.
Or if you go to marketing, there's a section that's called catalogs. And then I don't remember how I found it from there. I think it was like pretty easy to find from there.
When I first searched, I got like the catalog cover and this and that. And
Yeah.
So
It's hard to find if you search that way.
there's ways to go about it.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's what I suggest is find it and save it. And then you do have it if you don't have your paper catalog with you at all times, which you should. But if you don't, then you can always give that to somebody too. So Rebecca asked about World Tour. World Tour is coming up. They extended the registration through January 11th, I believe. Is that right? Yeah, no, through the 11th. And there's also a virtual option. The virtual option is the last. So everybody will attend the in-person locations. And then there's virtual, whether you go in person or virtual, you do get the option to get, you do get a kit. Is there anything else, Rebecca, that you wanted to know? So you can still register. I recommend attending. There's always tons of really, really great training. I learned something, you guys. I've been doing this since 2008, and I learned something every time I attend an event. I learned something every time we get together on here, every single time. So I recommend going, and I think when you show up, you go up. So you'll be growing in your business by attending. Okay, so now.
Sarah asked what you use the stickers for.
Oh.
So Sarah, there are many different things that you can use them for. I use them throughout my catalog. When I get a new when we start a new catalog, there is a scavenger hunt that Christina Steinbrook usually creates. So you can put them on that so that your customers get just a sniff of all the new scents. I use my stickers when I make samples. So instead of trying to make labels, I use the stickers for my name. And this was how I handed out my new scents for spring and summer. And I'm going to do this for my new fall, for fall and winter. And I'm going to do this for spring and summer. So I made a sample of every single scent. I used the stickers to label them. And then I ordered these rings off of Amazon. And so my really good customers got a sample of every new scent coming. So there's all kinds of different things that you can use the stickers for.
That's cute. I like it. Yeah. And another thing is too, like if you ever just send out mail to your customers, or if you include like a thank you note or anything, I have had people come back after I've sent them stuff in the mail and they'll be like, oh my gosh, like specifically like this eucalyptus wreath. I put this on some thank yous I sent out one month, and I had 2 people who were like, I love that scent. I have to have some of that. Does that come in wax? And so, yeah, it's a great way just to get people to smell stuff. They're scratch and sniff. I didn't say that. They're scratch and sniff stickers. So, okay. We're going to start talking about goal setting for the new year. I kind of like goal setting. I kind of get excited about it. I also get a little bit nervous. The planning part is what I like. The follow through, but I like the planning, and it's always good to help. It's always good to have a goal. You guys know this stuff, but it's always great to have a goal, because otherwise you're just kind of wandering around and like what happens will happen. And I've talked to several people who say the times that you have goals, that is when you see the stuff get done, right? How many of you guys have worked harder during an incentive trip qualification than just other times of the year? So we're finishing up an incentive trip, and I think Denise is going to maybe talk a little bit about that, but we're finishing up an incentive trip qualification, and we won't have another one until maybe this summer, maybe May, I think. So now's the time where you don't want to just be wandering around doing nothing. We're going to set some goals. We're going to plan. So Denise, do you want to start this topic?
Okay, sorry. Hello, ladies. Anybody going to Dallas World Tour? Nobody? Oh, what a bummer. Kathy? No, you're not going.
I'm going to Oklahoma City
Okay.
because Dallas is so much later and Oklahoma City is right after everything launches. And I know that by the time Dallas gets here, everything will be spoiled. So I kind of want to see it first. And
She's
early.
coming to see us. Let's be real. She's coming to see us.
Yes, I'm coming to see you guys too.
Cool. Okay. So just ask that personal to see if I was going to see anybody. But anyway, okay. So up to now, we've just talked about all the wonderful tools and products, etc., that Scentsy gives us to do our job, right? And that we've just been talking about everything that they provide us. I agree with Amy, the product list, the product book, what's it called? I can't think, the $2 one. Amazing. Training guide. I read your lips. Product training guide. They give us so many tools. I mean, it's overwhelming sometimes how many tools they give us. But it is up to us at that point then to take and run with it. And as I was thinking today about goal setting, staying focused, the word that kept coming to my head is determination. And either you're determined to reach that goal or you're not. And basically, all of us can sit here and talk all about what great ideas that we have, what wonderful things we use, but the true work and determination is up to you. I looked up a definition for determination. I love this. I love this. Determination is a positive emotional feeling that involves persevering towards a difficult goal in spite of the obstacles. I mean, does that just say it for Scensy's business, for our business, or what? Refusal to be prevented from doing something you set as a goal is determination. So I don't care if you are trying to reach the Scentsy incentive. How many people are still working towards it? Raise your hands. Okay. Big old hand, you go. You can earn this trip on the last day of the month because I've done it. Amy's done it. And I'm not telling you that to be kidding. I have earned it on the last order at midnight on the last day. So do I believe in determination? Yes, but the determination in staying focused is totally on you. Your sponsor can't do it. Dan Orchard can't do it. We have to have that self-determination, whether you're thinking what you're working on right now or what you're planning on for January moving forward. And I always feel a little confused during January because yes, I'm determined to meet some goals, but then I'm also setting goals for the new year. So don't get overwhelmed with that. Stay focused, finish out what you have to finish out. And whenever it seems like whenever I have a few doubts about what I'm doing or how hard I've worked, all of a sudden I get an online order or I get a consultant sign up that I wasn't expected from a re-sign or something. And that just tells me, that I need to stay in my tracks and move forward. Okay, I want you to think about this. When I also think of staying focused and determination, I think about Orville and Heidi. Everybody knows the story. If Orville and Heidi had not stayed determined to their goal to be entrepreneurs and run a business, none of us would be here. Now, really think about that for a second. Really, truly think about that. That's like, some people say, oh, well, that was just luck or da da da. No, y'all, no. If they hadn't stayed focused on what they wanted for their lives, they didn't have tools and easy things to make it happen. If they hadn't stayed determined to be entrepreneurs and have a business, none of us would even be here talking tonight. None of us would be, who knows where we would be, but there wouldn't be a Scentsy. I mean, that's kind of overwhelming to me a little bit because that's really the reality of it. Okay, scale it back a little bit. Think about your sponsor. If they didn't have determination, if they weren't on task, you personally wouldn't be here, or at least you wouldn't be there with the sponsor and in the group that you're in. You may have found Scentsy a different way. And that's how personal you have to take this. Like who knows, if I don't share this, then somebody else won't be there. Somebody else won't be there. Somebody else won't be there. I remind myself of Orville and Heidi's story a lot during the year because I think I can never hear it enough times because to me, they are just the role model of what they're asking us to be. Plus, they're giving us so many tools to work on, to work with. I mean, I know over the 11 years that I've been doing this, it's like it seems every year they keep giving us more and more and more and more at our fingertips to grow our business. I have to say the LTOs sometimes are a little overwhelming. I got to overwhelm myself in November and December, but you can be overwhelmed and still stay determined and still stay focused. And if you give up for the day, if you get through that one day, then start all over for the next. And if you don't earn this trip, sorry, there's going to be another one. There's going to be another one. There's going to be something else to earn. There's going to be another award. You may just have some personal goals about how much time you spend in your business. I was reading on somebody, I think it was Kaylin posted this or somebody, that how many recruiting conversations have you had in the last month? Wasn't that the question, Kaylin, last month?
Yes.
Was that right? Okay. And that made me think like, whoo, yeah, for sure. And there is nothing any of us are going to say. You've got to have that inner drive. You got to develop that inner drive. And one of the things also that Amy has taught us, do the hard things first. Do the hard things, do the things you don't like to do first. Do all the comfort zone things you like last. Do the hard things first. When I'm a paper person. When I do all my to-do lists, I do all the hard things at the top of the page, and then I do the easy things later. Got to do it that way. I wouldn't keep myself going. Got to do the hard things first. And that any book you read, any class you take will tell you that, but you got to keep reinforcing that to yourself. You got to keep reinforcing the determination. Give yourself little rewards, for things that you're doing. If you work off of being rewarded, give yourself little rewards for steps that you make, and I don't care how long you've been in this business, it fluctuates for all of us. I know for myself, And I'll just share this that for myself, I don't take a long break from Scentsy like some people advocate that, you should take a break during the house. I don't, because if I take a break, I lose momentum. It's real easy for me to get snuggled in a blanket and watch Netflix and not work. It's real easy. I have found something else in my life that makes me more passionate, just as passionate as Scentsy. I better not say more. It'd be real easy, but when you take a break, to me, that momentum stops. Everybody's personal, what time they need to take off, etc. But just for myself, that's really hard because I can get really checked out. And right now, we're trying to reach goals, we're setting goals, and equally are important. And if you don't have some direction, you're going to be out there just floundering. And this business, we couldn't have a better company to work for. They give us so much. When I share with people what they all give us to do and I compare companies, we by far have so much more than other companies have. It's just unbelievable. So that's about all I can say. But stay determined, stay focused. If that's what you want, you've got to go after it. All these tools are just tools if you don't use them. All these ideas are great ideas, by the way. Sorry. Any questions? Was I that boring?
No, that was great. That was good. That was really good. You always motivate me because you do. You work until the end.
Yes,
And
ma'am.
you don't stop and say, well, I gave up. I mean, like, I have seen people get thousands of points towards an incentive on the last day because they will not stop. And it's always really inspiring to watch. So thank you. In the spirit of time, I'm going to condense, if I can, what I was going to share. When it comes to goal setting, I wanted to share a little bit of a different perspective. Sometimes it's not adding things to our to-do list or adding projects or saying, I'm going to do more this year. Sometimes it takes taking a step back and actually analyzing what we have been doing and deciding if the things that we did last year are worth continuing. So what I want to suggest is that you set aside, like tonight, before you go and you sit with your family, or you go and you take a shower and you go to bed or whatever, before you finish up, consider this part of your homework. Decide on a time this week where you are going to do a little bit of a business analysis and write down a few goals. You don't do that right now. I know it's getting late, but set a time where you're going to commit to doing that later this week. And what I want you to do is I want you to look and decide, what was the success that I did this year? Write down the list. What are the things that I did that were good, that grew my business, that maintained my customers, that got me more customers, that grew my team? What were those things? Also decide, like, what did you really, really love? Because that's going to keep you motivated to keep going. But then decide, like, what did I do that's not worth it? And I say this all the time. Some of you guys love your cute molded samples that are in shapes. This is just a fast example, okay? There's other stuff. And you love it, Kaylin. You like doing that. That's part of your business. For me, no, like those customers get just a chunk of wax cut with a butter knife. Like that's one of those things that I cut because I didn't like doing it. And to me, it didn't seem like it made much of a difference. So that's one of those things where I have to think about, okay, this is how much time I have. What is going to benefit me the most? But I'm telling you, that's why I prefaced it, is if it's something that you love, you keep doing it. If you love it, if it's worth your time because it's something you really enjoy, then do it. But if there's something you don't like, don't feel like you have to do it. Unless it's something that's like, oh, I could push through this. This is worth it in the end, Just look at your business. Only you know your business. If you want a second set of eyes on it, talk to your sponsor, talk to your director. I'm telling you, we would love to sit down with you. right? We would love to sit down with you and talk about your goals and help you fine tune it and get where you're going. But first, make a list of what is working, what is not working, and maybe like what's missing. Are there ideas that you've seen that you want to start implementing that you just haven't done yet? Let's find a time to incorporate that and work that in. Next, before I get off, and I'm going to have Kaylin share at the very end, I want you, when you're setting your goals, please, if you've heard of the SMART goals, SMART, measurable, attainable, relevant, timely, or time bound, I just want to focus on two really quickly. Make it measurable and make it time bound as you're setting your goals, okay? So don't say, I want to recruit more this year. Decide how many people do you want to recruit? How often? That would put you to a certain time. And examples of goals that you want to be setting are for recruiting, being active every single month. If you're a leader, then you want to be selling selling 500 PRV every single month. If being active is easy and you've done that, if you're always active, then set a goal for a couple $100 more, or for that 500, or maybe you're consistently selling 500 PRV, sell 1,000. So push yourself. But these are some types of goals you can set. Maybe decide that you're going to sell more this year than last year, and look at go back to the BAR report. So if you go back to the reporting on your workstation, go to the BAR business analysis report, and you can look and you can see all of the months and all of your stats. So go in there and write down everything you sold January, February, March of 2021, and then decide you're going to sell more than that in 2022. Maybe decide you're going to have more parties this year than last year. Decide how much time you're going to work every week. That one, if you decide on that one and say, this is the time I'm going to work every morning, this is the hour, or every evening or every weekend, this is how much time, and you stick to it, I think that consistency could really help. And last thing, just think about how you want to represent yourself on social media and in person. Like, how are you marketing yourself? So those are the things when you're thinking about goals. Kaylin, I didn't leave you very much time. I'm sorry. It's your turn.
Man, I've got a lot. Well, whenever I'm going to be honest with you, when you sent out the little thing that said what each leader was going to talk about, and you had me under getting organized, I was like, me? Because I'm the least organized person there is. You guys, true story. I picked up some stuff from my mom at Reese's like a couple of days before Christmas, and they were refrigerated items, and I got them out of my refrigerator to take to her house tonight. This was supposed to be in my grandbaby's stocking. It was in the refrigerator. That's how organized I am. But I'm trying some new things this year. And one of the things that I started last year, and I kind of got off focus, but I'm back on it, is a block schedule. How many of you guys have heard about a block schedule? Okay. So, this is from Jordan Page, and I'm not going to go into all the details, but she has an awesome YouTube video about block scheduling. And basically, it's a calendar page. I don't know if you guys can see that. And you set your time. So she says to set like 3-hour increments. So 6:30 to 9:30, 9:30 to 12:30, 12:30 to 3:30, so forth. And then you decide in those 3-hour times what you want that 3 hours to look like. Is the first 3 hours of the day, prayer, getting your shower, getting your kids ready for school, getting you ready for the day. And then 9:30 to 12:30, you figure out what you want during that time. And then 12:30 to 3:30, you figure out what you want during those times. Now, this will work for you whether you are working Cincy full-time or whether you are working another job. If you're homeschooling, this will work. You just have to set and figure out what you want during those time blocks. And she said this, and I loved it. We all have the same 24 hours in the day, every one of us. It's just how we choose to use that 24 hours. And basically what she's saying in these time blocks is, it's just like the school bell. At 9:30, when that first 3 hours is up, you have a ringer go off on your phone and you quit. You quit that 3 hours and what you didn't get done will be there tomorrow. Then you go to the next 3 hours, whatever that may be. You can also set timers within that 3 hours. So let's say that from 12:30 to 3:30, you have littles at home and they're napping. And from 12:30 to 3:30, somewhere in that time frame, you want to have just an hour of quiet time where you read a book or you watch a show on TV or something. You set a timer and you watch or you read for an hour. And then when that timer goes off, you're done. You are done. You cannot read through the timer. You have to get up and you have to do your speed cleaning, or you have to put a load of laundry in, or you have to do an hour's worth of follow-up. That's about all. And as far as I'm going to go into that just because of time, but Jordan Page on Facebook or on YouTube, look her up. She has some great tips. Let's see. The other thing you wanted me to talk about was recruiting. Okay. I asked our leaders to ask you guys a question. I want to see in the comments, I want to see numbers. How many recruiting conversations did you have last month? Put them numbers in the comments. Come on. Let me see them. Denise, you had 2. What? Not enough. How many's not enough? Sarah, 0. Felicia, 0. Kathy, 5. That's awesome. How many joined, Kathy? Irene, 2. Okay. I think that, well, I know from your numbers that you're showing me that nobody had enough recruiting conversations. If you want recruits and you want to build your team, you need to be having at least 10 recruiting conversations a month, at least. Now, here's the thing. I thought I was having a lot of recruiting conversations, and my friend challenged me and she said, Kaylin, how many did you have? And I said, well, I don't know, but I know I talked to several people. She goes, no, I want to know how many you had. I don't know how many I had. So this is what she suggested I do. And she started doing it too. So you get a notebook. You can get just a little notebook. You don't even have to have a notebook. You could just get a plain piece of paper. And every time, write January on the top of it. And every time you have a recruiting conversation, you write their name down. And next to their name, you can write what they said. At the end of January, you look back on that and you will know how many recruiting conversations you had. And if you didn't have 10, you didn't have enough. Guys, if you want to grow your business in 2022, if you want to earn the next incentive trip, if you want to become a director, or if you want to quit your job, you are not going to do it if you are not having recruiting conversations. You have to build a team. You have to. So that is your homework for me, is recruiting conversations. The next thing that I'm supposed to talk about, I've got a list over here, is follow-up. Follow-up. Oh my gosh, if I had had a follow-up system when I joined Cincy, I would be a superstar director by now. I'm not even kidding. But we didn't have a follow-up system. We didn't know. A lot of us were learning this as we went along. And then Amy came out and it was awesome. I still use the binder follow-up system. Amy asked earlier who likes calendars, who likes, paper. I'm a paper girl. So I still use the binder follow-up system. It doesn't matter what you use, but you have to have a follow-up system. Now, I have learned that even my binder system has some holes in it. So I did a thing the last couple of days and I signed up and I have learned how to use Project Broadcast. And I think that it is going to make a huge difference in my business this year. Yes, Amy, I learned it all on my own. So anyway, it doesn't matter what your follow-up system is, you have to find a follow-up system and find one that works for you. We are really short on time, or I would go over the binder with you. If you guys want to talk to me about it, you can contact me on Facebook. I'll be happy to talk to you about it. I love the binder. Let's see. potential party host. I don't know what I was supposed to talk about there.
I think when we were discussing this, we just wanted to suggest that for all of the different aspects of our business, you find a way to track it. So with your recruiting conversations, you've said you've got your binder, and then you've got your different follow-up systems. So
in your follow-up system, you could even have a potential host. I don't know what I'm supposed to talk about there, Amy.
that's okay. That's okay. No, I mean, just have a list of people that you would like to host a party, or have mentioned, I can't afford something, but like maybe they're going to want to host. I know people who even track every sample that they hand out. They have a list of names. Do you have that? You are organized if you have that. It is gigantic.
So
The Amy app also allows you to track your samples as well.
Yes.
yeah, it does, but the more I've used Amy, I'm just not, there's a lot of things I'm not liking about it. Maybe it's because I'm a paper person, but I'm loving this Johanna Luna yearly thing that she has put together, and that's what I'm using. That's the other thing that, if we're going to talk about tracking, you guys should be tracking your daily numbers. And Cincy has a new planner now, and it actually has a daily number tracker in there. They've made it like the Happy Planner. So there's all kinds of things that you can track. But yeah, party host, I guess I do track that off of my list of 100, because on my list of 100, I have them color coordinated. So I have my potential party hosts, my potential recruits. So I do have that. But if we're going to talk about party host, I think there's one other thing that we need to talk about. And this is something that I'm challenging my team to this year, is Monday through Friday, you party. I don't care if it's collecting random orders, if it's you actually have a party host, but Monday through Friday, you party, and Saturday and Sunday, you find someone to take that kit from that party. Do not close the party out without giving that kit away. So that's what I'm challenging my team to this year. I think that's all I have, Amy.
It's good. It's really good. So we mentioned a lot of things that we are just trying to suggest that these are things that we can be organized in. We will get into them more. Kaylin was exactly right. We all need to be having more recruiting conversations. And so next month, we're going to talk about business growth. I think we've discussed and we've decided next month, we're going to talk about recruiting. We're going to talk about specific things you can say whenever you're having recruiting conversations, ways to bring it up in conversation, and that kind of a thing. So we're going to talk about that. If you're just like, I don't know how to do that. That makes me nervous. I don't know. Or I've tried and I failed. We're going to talk about it. So there's that. Yeah.
Johanna Luna, she did it. It was a breakout at SFR last year.
Is it uploaded on the workstation though?
It was, but now she's already done a new one for 2022. And that one is on the Director Ideas share page. The one she's done for, huh?
Do you think I can share that with everybody in the recording link of this video?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'll get that for you guys.
This new one she's done where you can go in and you can change what you want to change. So if there's something that you want to change on it, you can. But I mean, it's got like, it's got, Facebook parties where you can track your Facebook parties and your basket parties. So you can track those. And then it's got an expense sheet, a mileage, your goal, and what you actually did. So if you wanted to sell 2,000 this month, then what you actually sold and the difference. And then it's got to-do list, which I love because I find myself at home when I don't have someone looking over my shoulder. I find myself kind of drifting off and doing things that I don't need to be doing. And I love her to-do list. She has a team day, a customer day, a business day, a recruit day, and a marketing day, so that you stay on task and you're getting those important things done. And every month. So I like it, and it's worked for me.
It's a nice option to have. I'll share it, yeah, on my YouTube. So when I upload this video that we're all watching to YouTube, I'll send that out in a link later this week for our group. Everybody will get the recording link, and in the description box of YouTube. So it'll be there. I'll find the link for Johanna Luna's planner, and I'll put it in there. Does anybody have any questions? I know it's about time to go. I will suggest this. I get really overwhelmed with paper planners, and I have tried to do like ones like hers and like Scentsys. And I like I said, like everything's on my phone, and I have my to-do list on my phone too, but I like having a piece of paper in front of me where I have a checklist that I do mark off. Like, so I bought this pad on Amazon, and it's a weekly pad, and it says like my goals for the week or like big ideas. And you can have like a brain dump space where I will put like just random things. I'm not sure what day I'm going to get to it, but on the first of the week, I sit down and I decide, okay, these tasks I have here, what am I doing Monday? What am I doing Tuesday? What am I doing Wednesday? And I do assign it. So like Kaylin says, like block scheduling, kind of like I do the time that I have that's for Scentsy that I've allocated my mornings or in my afternoons, like I have written down, like I know what I'm going to do that day, because like she said, I like to be productive. And sometimes that just means being busy. Just find things to do. And it's not actually the most important thing. And was it Kaylin that said to do the most important things first? Was that who said that?
Denise.
You do those hard things, those important things. So those go on Monday, and first thing on Monday, I'll get those done. So anyway, so much to talk
Huge issue
about.
with carrying the thick planner around, because I did have a job that I was outside of the house and I need to take it. And that's kind of why I quit in 2021 doing the paper calendar, just because I don't want to lug it around between kids and babies and all. Like I don't.
This isn't
So,
one that I would carry around.
yeah. Well,
I mean,
I found Erin Condren does a 3-month paperback, and I used it October through December, and I loved it. And so I bought the entire year's. And this is just really thin, can go in my purse.
Petite planners.
Huh?
They're called petite planners.
Okay, that's what they're. You would know because you're Erin Condren. But I love the fact that it has to-dos. It has a little checklist for me. I can put the times, the places I'm going. And it's just so much easier for me to have it in my purse. I just pull it out because I never know where I'm working. Today I worked in the 4-year-old room and made my list of what I have to do this week. So this one I can take with me.
I think what we all take away from this is that we all do things differently, but also we've all tried different things. And you keep trying until you find what works for you. And maybe something works for you for a while and then it doesn't. So if you're currently in a state where you're like, yeah, whatever I've been doing is not working, I feel so overwhelmed, it's all up in here, I don't know, then maybe it's time to try something new. So maybe we gave you some ideas. All right, you guys, it's time to go. I'm going to go do my yoga. You guys are going to go do what? Go to bed, take a shower, watch TV.
24-year-olds tomorrow. I'm sleeping.
Go into bed. All right.
Take our goals.
And decide when you're going to spend some time this week working on your goals. If you want to do it while it's fresh on your mind, that's right, Denise, you do it right now. What was Kaylin's homework? Recruiting conversations?
Recruiting binder thingy majigger.
Coming up with a plan for how you're going to keep track, because that's going to hold you accountable. And then join us next month so we can give you some ideas for recruiting. Thanks for coming tonight, guys. Hope you have a great week and a great month, and we'll see you February, I don't know. first Monday. Good night.
Night.
Bye.
I'll go for a walk.